Good morning and welcome to Love Island the morning after, the only official Love Island podcast. Waking up with you this morning is me, Amy Hart.
And me, Indiyah Polack. Now this week we are joined by fellow Love Islander and kind of an expert at this point. It's Alex Bowen!
Thank you, guys.
Are you happy to be back?
Always.
We're always glad to have you back. Now, as you are back, we decided to get you a little present because we didn't really show you enough love last time.
Yeah, you didn't.
We didn't. So, we have got you
Oh my God, I'm
your very own water
like an
bottle.
Islander again, an old one.
Have you been enjoying the series?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, it's completely different to any other series that we've watched.
Yes.
Like, there's what? Half a couple in there, maybe? That's pretty much it. No, but I've really enjoyed it. Like, it's been really good to watch, yeah.
Now, our studio is jam-packed today because we are also joined by the lovely Ben and Andrada. Fresh from the villa. How are you guys feeling this morning?
God, excited to be back, to be honest, because obviously it's just such a different world than inside to
It
the
is.
outside. So it was just nice to kind of just be back to reality a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice being back. Obviously, I was there, I think 37 days it was, so it gets a lot when you ain't got your phone and you're not seeing your family, so I was ready to go back when we went back. I was going back this one anyway, so...
Now, we're really excited to get to know everything about your time in the villa. But Ben, can we just start with on After Sun on Sunday night, you sort of held your hands up and said that you'd learnt from your actions. Obviously, we did see you have a couple of bust-ups with a couple of the girls in there.
Yeah.
How did you settle all of it and sort of what have you learnt from it?
We had Yasmin, Tony, Shakira. I had my run-ins with and the thing is, it was over such silly little things as well. And I think, not using it as an excuse, but feelings and emotions are just so heightened in that. It's the littlest things that can trigger you. And for me, the way I went about it, I should have went about it so much more differently. The way I spoke the language and stuff. It's not actually till I watch it back that you realise. I think, obviously, with certain situations in life, you have arguments, but you never actually see it back. You're never in a position you can actually watch it back and see how you actually were. And I think me actually watching it back especially gave me like a real reality check of like, I don't like how I spoke in that. That's for me is what I was like, I can't do that. Not only that, of course, the boys in there, the older boys, like G especially, he really helped me. He was just talking a lot of sense. Obviously, had the older head on him. He's like, look, like, you are snapping over little things. It's like, you don't need to. Just take a second. He knows in here, like, everything's going to be heightened and, like, you will probably not be yourself at times. He'd use a thing with me. Is like, if I ever say chimp, so apparently your mind's got two sides.
Yeah.
The chimp side, your chimp side is just a lot more active than other people's chimp side. So he's like, he don't look at me and be like, chimp. I'm like, all right, cool. But, yeah, no.
To be fair to you, though, every islander we've had come in here, when we've discussed other islanders, when we've just been sitting around chatting, everyone has said about you, you're a thoroughly nice boy, and that sometimes you just don't articulate yourself well, and that you'd gone on a real journey. Like Alima was speaking like really beautifully about you, saying like, you know, that you'd learned a lot and stuff. We've seen you go on that journey.
No, for me, like, one thing I wanted to do, and I said this on the first week, is if anything, just come out a better person. And like, it shows you so much about yourself in there. It's so intense in there, and it actually brings out situations that you'd never ever be in on the outside world. So as horrible as it is, and I should have never spoke to him, I'm kind of glad it happened because it gave me a reality check. And I feel like I needed that with myself. But yeah, no, we've ended on good terms now. Like, I've cleared the air of everyone. I gave Tony a hug. I think everyone's seen that.
I loved when you forced her into that selfie in the bathroom. You were like, in a headlock, you're being in a picture with me.
Come here, let's just say hello. No, I'm happy. I'm happy how it's been left.
Do you know what, though? It's like, I've got the utmost respect for that, because it takes a man to, like, go in there, learn from the mistakes, and then come out thinking that way. So that's good of you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Definitely, I mean, we obviously saw your journey in there as well, and I feel like you had a fair few like friendship couples and like some sort of romantic ones. Would you say that it's kind of hard in there when you're not always finding the connection that you're looking for?
Yeah, and this is another reason. Like, there's a few days in there where I wasn't myself. In that moment, obviously everyone could see it, and it definitely was. It was a mix of things. It was, I didn't have a connection in there. I felt like there's no one in here for me. I was in the bottom three. Then two of my closest friends, Shay and Ramal, left. I think it was a mix of everything in one go. So I was getting in my own head about it all, and I was like, I'm not myself here. This isn't right. Like, there was definitely a few days I wasn't myself in. But it is hard not having a connection in there when everyone else around you's cracking on. You see people being all coupley and cuddly and like doing things together, and like that's what you want. But there was literally no one in there for me at that time.
No.
So it is hard, but like we've got to Casa, things worked out. So you just got to trust the process in that.
Yeah, this is obviously like off-piece now you guys are together. But we did see the shock dumping when Alima got dumped. What was happening between you and Alima? Because obviously last we saw of it was a nice sexy challenge. And from our point of view, I thought something was going to happen.
She literally climbed on you.
You got to get her to speak quick when you kiss Alima. She will come on you. With me and Alima, I think it was like day 2 or 3. I can't remember what day Shay and Ramal come in. We had a chat that day, actually. Funnily enough, we said, like, we never given each other the time of day. But I know we was attracted to each other because on the first day when we walked in, we kept looking. But we never said anything. I pulled her for a chat and I was like, I heard she likes pretty boys. And she said I'm a pretty boy. In the challenge, it was like lit the Islanders' face or something that he thinks the prettiest boy. And I was like, putting 2 and 2 together. So we had a chat and I was like, let's just explore it. And then obviously Ramal come in, them two kind of ended up doing their thing. And then this was the time me and Shakira hadn't actually started.
What time was that with Shakira? 2, 3, 5, 7?
No, actually, I think it was the second. Because after day 3, it was the second time.
He was like trying to work it out.
And then I was with Shakira, so we kind of just naturally gravitated away from each other. And then when Ramal obviously left, it wasn't even planned. It was just the way it happened. I think we knew we was attracted to each other and there could have potentially been something there. But I said with Alima, before anything, me and her just got on really well as friends. Like, she's such a nice girl and like we got on so well. So I think it just made sense to give it a go. But obviously it was in the moment, it was a shame to see her go. But no, she's a real nice girl. Like, she's cool.
Obviously, you were coupled up with Shakira, you had a bit of a thing with Alima, but luckily for you, this lovely lady came into Casa Amor. Andrada, how did it feel going into Casa Amor? Because it's quite a tough gig.
Do you know what? Because everyone was in the same boat, I felt really comfortable and really happy. Every girl was very lovely. And we were all going in the same experience. So, like, I feel like it was easier to go into Casa than going in because, like, Bombshell would have been a lot more overwhelming. So being with the girls, it was good because we were all in the same boat, so it was nice. It was really intense because I had that line where I was
literally about to say you were the main character from the beginning. Say it for us, please.
See us in Casa Amor. Apparently I was shaking my
licking your lips.
Oh my God. I was like, oh God, stop. But look, listen, I understood the assignment, so I went for it. Do you know what I mean?
What's it like being in Casa, having a connection with 2 boys, though?
Do you know what? That's the one thing, and it was really overwhelming because in the outside world, like, you're not going to have the same guys that you speak to under the same roof. Do you know what I mean? They might not even know that you're speaking to the both of them at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So doing that was very hard. I felt like I was hurting people's feelings, but at the same time, you have to do that. So I was trying to tackle, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, I was speaking to the girls and I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Like, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, okay, no, once I'm honest, but like, how honest can you get? Because you can't say too much. Do you know what I mean? There's a fine line, because even at certain conversations we were having, and he's like, I just don't think you need to go into that much detail. I think you need to stop there. Do you know what I mean?
Less is more.
Less is more.
Okay, wanting more.
That was a mad part to get used to.
You said on After Sun that you thought you were voted bottom because of the relationship with Dejon. Do you regret?
I do not have any regrets. That's the one thing. I will stand on what I do. I may do certain things that are wrong, and I said it to him as well. I'm always up for learning. I'll take accountability. I will never try, like, diminish what's happening. So no, whatever happens for a reason. Either it's bad or good, I'll learn from it. So no, definitely not.
Well, from watching the show, I feel like a lot of the Islanders have come on, and one ringing question is about the division in the villa. Now, as a Casa Amor girl, how did you find that? Did you notice the division?
Yes, I did notice a division. I never cared about the division because for me, I will base my own experiences on people. I will never judge it. So whatever you give me is what I'll then judge. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's very hard to juggle it because there is such a hard division. So people won't actually give you that much time to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Meg and Helena are very closed off with their own little group, and then the other girls are like seen as more of the mean girls, like Shakira and Connor, because they speak their mind so much. But I actually don't think they're mean girls. I actually got along with them very well from day dot. They came over to me and they were the ones that were like, hi, how are you? How's things? Whereas the other girls wouldn't do that as much. Do you know what I mean? So there is a massive division.
Did you find as a Casa girl, so obviously you've got Helena and Meg, then you've got like Shakira, Tony, Yasmin. Were the Casa girls sort of their own group, or were you able to join?
You were able to join the other groups, and you know what? The girls actually did even say, like Shakira and Tony, like, thank God you came in because you are a great addition to the team. And like everyone was just so lovely. So they were very, very welcoming.
What were your favourite moments in the villa for both of you?
There's a few. I say challenge-wise, I did like the heart rate challenge. It was a whole
Funny
experience.
that.
I mean, it had its perks, innit?
Go on then.
Nah, it was a whole experience of it though. I think because it's one of the biggest things on there. Everyone, that and Casa.
Yeah.
That's the two things everyone with the heart rate challenge, even the viewers at home, I love it. It's not even so much the actual thing, it's the build up to it of like, well, you're gonna put on B-ball and like all this, that added stuff to it and like practicing. But I like that and then seeing all the boys do it.
Yeah.
Conor smashed it, by the way. I don't know how much you can see what the viewers are seeing, but I got turned on with it. Like, it was Conor, fair play, bro. Like that.
Not expecting that was so funny.
That and Casa, because there was such a big build up to Casa from like day 3 or 4. We was all like, we need Casa. Like we was all like,
That's what happens when there's no connections.
No,
We need some new people and like lots of them.
we was looking over in the distance, and at this time we didn't actually know if it was Casa, but we was like, is that the promised land over there? Like, it was like the fear of dreams, the floodlights are out. And then when we seen you lot come up on the terrace, I think you seen me and Conor would just sprint to go and get all our stuff. My hat fell off and everything. We was just so buzzing. You was doing your little speech on the
Yeah, I
side.
remember, and then I just seen Ben, because I was like, I'll see us in Casa Amor, and then Ben goes, got you.
I got you.
He looked at me, he was like, got you.
I love it.
What does the future hold for you two now?
We're just taking it easy at the moment. Obviously, it's still very early days, but yeah, we're just taking it day by day and getting to know each other more and more.
Nice. And finally, who would you like to win? If the winner was announced right now, who would you want?
Who would we like to win? That's a good question, you know. I just don't feel like the connections are really good this year, so it's very actually hard to say that.
Do you know what? Weirdly, Yasmin and Jay.
Yeah,
I was
No,
gonna say
to
that.
me, they're gonna think, what, Yasmin and me saying that? But no, like,
Yeah, I
no,
think so.
that's the only one that makes sense, I think, at this
Me
moment.
too, yeah. I was just thinking about that as well. Maybe
I feel like
Yas
they've got at the
and
moment
Jamie.
the most like natural and like stable
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah,
Healthy
definitely.
too.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
definitely.
When they call each other out on things, they say, okay, thank you for raising that. Let's move on with our day. Not like, no, that's your fault that I've done that. We've loved watching you. We've loved chatting to you. Now, will you stay and chat about the rest of the episode?
Let's do it.
Of course, let's do it.
Get your cowboy vibes flowing, people, because it's time to look at the most fire pre-love fits from last week's Western party. Our gals were serving huge Western girl core in their 2 pieces and leather boots last week, with Tony rocking in White Fox and Helena styling it out in Morgan de Troyes. Not to mention Billy Kiss slaying the house down boots in her jaded London purple mini dress. Everyone took cowboy core to the next level, and it just goes to show that even the latest trends always look better in pre-loved. The boys were turning heads in their best Western vintage too. Cach and Dejon pulled out all the stops in their black vintage waistcoats, and Ty was looking fire in his pre-loved Gucci shirt. Western met some serious denim as Boris, Harrison and Harry all went classic in vintage Levi jeans. Ending the night with Bombshell Angel boot scooting into the villa wearing vintage leather tasseled chaps from eBay. Looking to add some Western pre-love wonders to your wardrobe? Shop all the villa trends on eBay, sponsors of Love Island.
So, kicking off last night's episode, guys, we have our first boyfriend and girlfriend of the villa.
Oh, about time.
Meg and Dejon, they made it official on their date. How well suited do we think these two are? Because, you know, it's our first couple. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. We're 6 weeks in.
I can't believe we're 6 weeks into this.
6 weeks, it's our first
Well, no,
couple.
and it's not even like we had an exclusive couple. Now we don't have an exclusive couple. We've got a boyfriend and girlfriend. We now have no exclusive couple. We've just got one boyfriend and girlfriend. But we're getting there, guys. We've got 2 weeks left. Come on. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it was the natural progression. Good luck to them.
I just don't think it's a natural progression, to be honest with you. If I do say so myself. I don't know, I just feel like it's just, for me, in my opinion now, that's just me, I just feel like it's very put on. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel... Do you ever get when you're watching a movie and you're like, you're into it and you're crying with them and you're feeling the emotions? I'm just not feeling that. And I'm not feeling it, I didn't feel it in person and I'm not feeling watching it either. So that's the only way I'm coming at it. I'm just like, it's just not coming across as genuine.
The sort of flow chart of Love Island, like meet someone, go on some dates, go exclusive, go boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like
very tick box.
It's just not coming from the heart, and it's almost like now we're boyfriend and girlfriend, so woo!
No, I
Do you know
agree
what I
with
mean?
you. Like, and you was in there 24 hours a day. So for you to say that, like, we get to see 45 minutes of a 24-hour day, so we can only see so much. And I kind of feel that through watching the screen as well. I don't know if I buy it. Like, I don't know. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about a lot of things. So.
I mean, Helena has said it in the movie night. She literally herself, that's her best friend. She said that she doesn't see a spark between Dejon and Meg. So it's like, what more can we see? Do you know what I mean? For me, that's just, do you know what I mean? That's a big thing for somebody to say as your best friend as well.
It might also be quite hard for Meg and Dejon because they have been together since day one and they obviously do really like each other to then have that game last week, the couple of sorts game, and like get like repeatedly come first place in not so lovely things to be voted, like biggest ick, like least emotional depth and stuff. So maybe they're trying to just sort of like put their relationship back on like a positive foot and sort of say, you know, right, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, we're in this, we'll show everyone.
Yeah.
I know, but is that the reason to do it?
That's what I mean.
You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
genuine.
Yeah,
I do feel for
yeah.
Meg though. I do feel like Meg's feelings are very, very real. I do feel bad for her because I just don't feel like it's the same on his side. That's the only thing. Do you know what I mean?
And to be honest, not to take anything away from Dejon, like at the start, he was one of my favourites anyway at first.
Yeah.
And obviously, some of the things he said behind the back, I was kind of like, I don't really like. But like as a person, I think he's a good person. I just don't think he's 100% there with her.
Yeah.
I think there's something off with it. Like.
I just feel like there's something missing, and I genuinely think it's the sexual chemistry. That's why every time a bombshell has come in or something has happened, he just craves that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he does want something deeper, so that's why he's like constantly getting to know her because he does want a girlfriend. So I feel like he's just clinging on to that. But at the same time, if the sexual chemistry is not there, how long will it last? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, Ben, you obviously have a relationship with the boys in there. Is there anything maybe that you think we don't know about Meg and Dejon's relationship?
I'm viewing it the exact same as everyone else. It's one of them ones, I think, outside looking in, Meg is defo smitten over D. Like, I think everyone can see that. But with D, he loves to explore a connection.
Yeah.
Like, he will definitely not turn the opportunity down. But I think it's one of them ones. In there, he obviously is all for Meg. But I think if the girl of his dreams walked in the back of his head, like, I don't know, man. The outside world is going to say a lot.
Yeah.
I think the outside world is going to say a lot.
I genuinely think he's playing a game, and everyone has said it in there. I'm not the only person to say that. Do you know what I mean?
It's almost like his intrusive thoughts in the back of his head. It's like, and being around Harry don't help. Villa and outside world is two completely different things. It's crazy.
We saw them on their date last night. They had a really sweet little date, like taking little videos of each other like they were on the outside. And they were talking about their families. It was nice to see like a vulnerable side to them. Do you think this is sort of a start of like a longer thing for them?
I mean, I'd hope so since they're official now, you know. So I think maybe the couple of sorts game, maybe put a rocket up Dejon's behind to be like, look, I'm going to prove everyone wrong and make Meg my girlfriend and turn this whole thing around.
Yeah, they did look quite happy on the date, so you never know what happens.
Is it important for your family to like someone, do you think?
Yeah, very.
100%. Yeah.
I feel like that would cause a lot of issues, even if, like, obviously I would always say, you know, you're not marrying your parents, do you know what I mean? But I feel like that would always play at the back of your mind. It makes
It
a
does.
huge
And I think it's
huge
always an
impact.
uncomfortable position when, like, your family doesn't like the person you're dating because it's just tough.
It's just, you
know,
want to
it's
evolve
just-
them around your family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you know what I mean? So if they don't like it,
Definitely.
it's just gonna.
It's definitely a two-way street though, isn't it? Like the person you're with has got to make the effort with your family as well.
100%, 100%. Well, they are the only couple at the moment. Who do we think is next to, you know, officially lock it off?
I think Shakira and Connor.
That's what I think.
okay.
So,
Yeah, I think that they're going to sort of go down the route of, you know, everyone else is messing about, everyone else doesn't know whether they want to knock it off. And he's 200% for her.
Yeah, I literally said that last
And,
night.
you know, she really likes him. So I think they could be the next ones, you know?
I think they'll win it, I do.
Oh, strong statement.
I
Fair
think they'll
enough.
win it, yeah. Because everyone likes Shakira, didn't they?
Yeah, I love Shakira.
It's been a long time coming with them as well. 'cause
Yeah.
I remember me and Conor had the chat around the fire pit. I said, what's the situation you and Shakira then? Like, I said, what's actually going on? Are you going to go chat to her in that way or not? Because every time everyone's seen them with each other around the villa, you can see there's a connection there. And in the challenges, he always wanted to kiss Shakira. Because the thing is, right, them two were such good friends, they almost didn't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
Like, and I think both of them knew in the back of their head, there's definitely is a connection with them, but they just didn't want to explore it. I said to Conor, I was like, well, you don't have to go lay it on factor 50, but just go and just give her a little bit of something and see if she gives back. And she did. I was like,
Dangle a little bit.
yeah.
We can't see everything. There isn't enough time for us to see everything. But it often happens, like boy-girl friendships that are just quite unproblematic, we don't really see. And we have never seen Shakira and Connor talk to each other ever.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for sure. Like, I think they do suit as well. I think they are good with each other. Like, they're good. You see them on that.
See, for me, because I'm obviously coming as a Casa Girl, like I said it in there as well. I'm like, why did that not happen before? Like, why now? I'm just a bit confused of like, yous were there for so long and I've never heard them even wanting to speak to each other. So I'm just finding it a bit strange.
I suppose it's all about timing, isn't it? And it's like, if you're not single at the same time, Not that's ever stopped Conor before, but if you're not single at the same time, then it's just you're sort of like ships passing and they finally come together.
Maybe, yeah.
I liked that we saw that really vulnerable side of Shakira as well when she was saying about, I think that's the first time that she's really openly admitted, like, Harry really hurt me and I'm really scared for you to hurt me as well. But I think she's in safe hands with Conor. I think Conor's learnt, I think he's been through the motions enough times that I think hopefully he's learnt. I'll be honest, I thought the love triangles had finished for this series. I thought we were on the home straight now, but here we go again. It's the start of week 6, and we've got another one. We've got Tony, Billy Kiss, and Cach. Now, obviously, Tony and Cach were originally coupled up. She brought him back from Casa Amor. Then Whirlwind Harrison, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Billy Kiss and Cach starting to get to know each other, but now Tony's single again. Who do we think is eventually going to win Cach's heart?
Tony.
Tough one. You think Tony? Why do you think Tony?
I feel like she's had a bit of a bad run and I feel like she deserves it, I think. And do you know what? I'm going to say he's probably my favourite lad in there now.
100%.
There's just something about him. He just seems really genuine and nice and he's quite funny and he's smooth with it as well. He's pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I'm the same because I actually had a conversation with Cach in the villa and it was actually me, Yaz and Cach, and he was a bit upset with the obviously Tony situation and Harrison and stuff like that, and we were like, why don't you just open yourself up and speak to the other girls? And he was like, because I just don't want to be disrespectful, like I'm just not that type of guy and I just don't know how to handle speaking to so many girls in the same like household.
Like living together.
Yeah, so he was really
nice,
struggling with that actually and that's when I was like, oh, you're actually a nice guy.
Yeah,
I agree. Just watching it, I think you can just see them to get giddy around each other.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a spark.
I think he's got a lot of pride and like he kept saying that sort of last week, didn't he, when it was all going on, you know, he's got a lot of pride, doesn't like to look vulnerable when he says, you know, you made me look vulnerable. And I think if he could just swallow his pride, he'd just be like, right, Tone, come in.
Yeah.
Like, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, end of.
I feel like every time you see them speaking to each other, like you can see he's like holding back and he doesn't want to look like he's doing too much because really and truly, Tony is still a bit on the naughty step. Yeah. But if he had it his way, he'll take her off.
Yeah.
He'll take her off. But he's like, no, I've got to let you work for this.
But then where does that leave Billy Kiss? Is he legitimately exploring their connection or is he doing it to hedge his bets or is he doing it to sort of show Tony, like, you're not the only one?
I don't know. He doesn't really strike me as the kind of guy that does things to make the other person
Ones
jealous.
and twos, not him.
I feel like he owes it to himself to explore. He did say, like, you know, it's a bit slow of him, Billy Kiss, but he's glad that they finally had a kiss to kind of like see how things go. But just from watching, it does just naturally seem like he has more chemistry with Tony, but he's still just trying to like feel it out with Billy Kiss.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think as in there, obviously, you've got to explore connections. I think it would have been a thing. He went to explore it with Billy Kiss and maybe did think, you know what, there could be something there. So I think it's just a case of he is exploring it, but he's genuinely, I think he does like her.
Yeah.
I think it is just the fact now he's in the triangle. He likes her and Tony.
Well, I feel like he needs to hurry up.
I keep saying there's going to be recoupling at the semi-final. Like, literally, right, who do you want to go into the final with? Like, you can pick now.
Quick, go.
Now, we saw on last night's episode that Cach made a coffee and we were like, who's he going to give it to? And he gave it to Tony. Now, how big is the coffee politics in there? Because obviously you've been in a couple of bits where, you know, you didn't know who you were with and stuff. Is it a statement?
Coffee in the Love Island villa is a statement. You know, like when you're on your little journey back and you're keeping it all secure, like it's like, and you're walking through the bedroom and then people see you and they're like, what's up? I'm like, I don't know. I was just trying to turn your back. And you go into the bedroom and then you gotta like peek round and I see one of the girls like that I'm close to, I'm like, I tried doing that. And then I'll give it to them, but they're good though, innit?
Yeah, they're good. And then when the boys do, all the girls are like, oh my God, he made you a coffee. Like it is the chat of the
It must be horrible though if you've got like someone, say like Harrison had like Tony and Lauren and he's got a coffee in his hand and one of them's walking towards and they're like, and he's like,
Actually, when we were in the dressing room, it was Conor still coupled up with Emma but he was getting to know Shakira, so he had walked into the dressing room and put a coffee beside Shakira's dressing room, but Emma was sitting right beside Shakira and we were like, oh my God.
So at that point, if you're in a friendship couple with someone, you just make 2 coffees.
Nah.
It's a statement.
Oh, that's a no-go, no?
It's a no-go. Because it kind of cancels out the meaning of making a coffee for that person. So it's just, it makes it feel less special.
A coffee maker of lots is a coffee maker of none.
That's very wise.
Very wise, very wise. Do you think you'll still be making coffees when you get out for each other?
He makes the best coffee, so he'd be better.
Apparently I do.
Right, I want a coffee from you.
Yeah, but I got you.
It don't mean anything.
Well, that is it for this morning. What a fabulous way to start the week. Ben and Andrada, have you enjoyed being with us this morning?
Very much. Yeah, it's been good chatting to you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so lovely to see us, and we had the giggles. It was actually really nice. Thank you for having us.
We've loved having you in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Alex, will you kindly be back tomorrow morning with us?
Do I have to? Of course I'll be back. Of course.
And we'll be here tomorrow, so make sure you catch up on Love Island socials to get all the gossip, and we'll see you again here tomorrow morning.